Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Tuesday's edition of Q&A on my channel. We're joined here today and are doing a joint live stream with SSM Crypto because I know a lot of you guys value his opinion, and I know his audience value my opinion too. So we're going to be doing this together, guys, only on this day here today, Tuesday. So, guys, we're going to be answering your crypto questions down below, and we're also going to be talking about a plethora of different things as we normally do before we get into the Q&A. How are you doing here? How are you doing today, SSM?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Seth. I really appreciate you having me here today. And I'm sure there's a lot of questions on a lot of people's minds, especially with all of the craziness going on with meme season. Are we in meme season or not? Is this the precursor to alt season? I've got questions of mind. I would like to address, the audience question as well. So let's get started.
Yeah, no worries. We can get straight into this. But before we do that, guys, I always like to pull up the crypto bubbles and have a look how some cryptos are performing today. So you guys can see here, Hello is performing very, very well today. Now, I made a video about this project not too long ago, and it's great to see it's getting more attention. Now, Hello is essentially a Web3 entertainment crypto. For those of you guys that don't know what this project is, in my opinion, guys, hype is going to carry this project really far. The utility is questionable. However, this project will perform quite well regardless of that. And it's up pretty big, guys. It's great to see. We're almost up around 2x our money since I made my video. So yeah, guys, great to see this from Hello. We're also seeing Nakamoto start to pick up some steam. Altura as well is always performing well. And Constellation DAG, guys, is up 10% too. Great to see that. So yeah, on the daily, a lot of good projects are performing well, which is what I want to see. A lot of these smaller projects here, guys, aren't down that big on the day, which is also a green flag for me, because if it's down huge percentages, then it may be concerning, especially on the daily. So guys, why don't we get straight into a few different things? I know SSM wanted to talk about a few different things down below. So go ahead, SSM. I think you muted, SSM.
Sorry about that. I always make that mistake. So yeah, I said it's quite nice to gains being made on some good projects out there. And Hello Labs is definitely an interesting project that I've dismissed. I'm not going to lie about it. I've dismissed it several times, and I'm going to give Seth full credits for covering it on his channel. And yeah, it's good to see projects with utility coming up. And should we get started on the questions now?
Yeah, no worries, Sam. You are lagging a bit on your side. So, I'm not too sure what the audience could hear and what they couldn't hear, but I understood what you said. Hopefully, the audience could understand you too. So, Rick Silver in the chat. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Great to see you here, brother. Very active on my channel. Maybe mod one day. Hello, a bit DP. Great to have you here too.
Hello.
Hello, Seth.
How is
Hello,
the network
Crypto on the
now?
Stone. Oh, it's much better now, Sam. That's much better. Just wanted to bring you to your attention a new meme coin that is blasting off like Pepe. The name is Jesus Coin. Okay, Jesus Coin. We'll be having a look at this a little bit later, guys. I think SSM is back here as well. If I
Sorry,
had to
I'm
pick any
fast.
two from these crypto, which three crypto will you pick? Max Gains, MITX, XP Network, Labs, GLQ, Viot, and DMTR. So the first thing I'll do there, my friend, is separate them categorically. What I mean by that is DMTR and Viot are much higher in market cap than the other four cryptocurrencies. DMTR is around 28 million, Viot is around 20 million too. So they're much higher in market cap. So I've seen a lot of those projects already rally and do some crazy gains. Actually, both those projects, I'm up around 30 to 60x on money on. So I'll put those in a separate category. Now, out of the three other cryptocurrencies, or four other, MITX, XP Network, Labs, and GLQ, I'm the most bullish on Labs, GLQ, and most likely XP Network out of those three. So out of those four cryptocurrencies, I myself would pick GLQ because of the uniqueness, Labs Group because of the real estate narrative, and XP Network for a blockchain tool adding utility to NFTs. Now, Morpheus Network, or Morpheus Labs, sorry, is a great project, and I'm backing it hugely. Huge partnerships such as Huawei and many, many more. So I'm very bullish on MITX too. But if I had to pick, I would go with those three. What about you, SSM?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a similar approach. I'll first put them in different categories, whether it's by market cap or by narrative. So from what I'm seeing here, I'll put an AI narrative, blockchain 2 narrative, and projects that aid adoption. So for AI, I'll put Viot and Dimitra in one sector. Then labs would be in the real estate narrative. GLQ and MITX would be for adoption, like and with XPNet as blockchain tools and for adoption. So I'll pick XPNet because I'm super bullish on that. I'm a big fan of it, like the partnerships, constant updates. I'm so convinced with this project, and it adds so much utility to many other projects. So XP Network, I'll pick GLQ because it tries to make crypto so much easier for adoption. But GLQ and MITX, they're very similar in what they aim to do. They just have different approaches. And another reason why I'll pick GLQ over MITX is because of the market cap. There's this low market cap bias, and I believe GLQ has a market cap of $3 million, while MITX has 7 million. So I'm just going to pick GLQ because of that. And it's also quite unique, especially with the no code approach and visual method of helping people learn how to code. And for the um AI part of it, I like labs group. I also like AI narrative. So I'm super bullish on AI narrative. I think AI can still go a very long way with crypto. And I'll pick Dimitra over Virus just because Dimitra is very unique, and I like the use case. It's a very powerful project. It's got so much technology behind it, and the agricultural sector using satellite AI and the blockchain for helping farmers track and so many. There's just so much utility. Another thing I noticed about Dimitra is whenever I'm on Cointelegraph, I do see ads about Dimitra a lot. So I'm like, is it because I've searched Dimitra that ads relevant to Dimitra is popping up? But it's nice to see marketing being done on a project like Dimitra. For me to see it, it means more people are seeing it. And if more people look into the project, especially people on Cointelegraph, which is a very good source for crypto information, they would look into a project like this and say, oh, this is actually a good project that brings utility to the space. So all good projects on this list, but for me, XP Network, GLQ, and Dimitra.
Yeah. So obviously, my friend, I'm backing Demetra as well, but I put that in a separate category because it's higher market cap. But great picks, nevertheless. I'm in full agreement with that, SSM. So have a look at Life Crypto and Travel Care, both undervalued crypto gems. Now we can pull them up for you real quick, my brother. Let's have a look at one of the two. First, we'll pull up Crypto Life. Let me get my screen up here for you guys. So this is 800K market cap, 27% in circulation. Okay. The market has Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Gate.io, and BitGet, and BingX. So I see about 2 good centralized exchanges there and 2 good dexes there as well. Now, if we have a look at the max chart, we can see here, guys, that this project did launch on September and went up to its high in September 2021. So its high was on launch. So after the token launch, it went to its high, and we have not recovered since that point. Now, if you have a look at the project, a new kind of money, let's make it easy, begin staking. So is this another, crypto.com, one of these credit card coins, credit card cryptocurrencies, address verification, complexity, and ownership? I do believe this aims to simplify, crypto banking. Now, what I will say, my friend, is this is a very oversaturated niche. There's a lot of different cryptocurrencies within this narrative, so they can't all perform well. Second thing I would add right here is the top wallet is not a smart contract. It's a regular wallet, and they hold 41.8% of all the tokens, which again would be a red flag for me. So personally, I would stay away from this cryptocurrency. However, it's lower market cap. It could potentially do a rally. However, it's not worth the risk for me putting thousands of dollars into this project. Next project we can see here, guys, is Travel. Do you have any thoughts on the last one, SM, or are you in full agreement with what I said?
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. But I have looked at Travel, so I can quickly talk about that.
No worries.
That one. And the first thing I noticed about Travel is just the daily volume is too low. There is a project I followed for like a week or so, and they literally had just $100 buy, $60 buy for 24 hours. So that just shows, how the interest in the project is really low, but it seems to have picked up the past few days. And another way I came across the project was through Hive. Hive listed it last month on their platform that they are going to be accepting the travel care projects, crypto projects, as a payment on their platform. So another, crypto I'm bullish on, that's Hive project, and it's good to see them adding some utility to travel care. So the idea of travel care is actually decent. It's kind of like labs group, and it's just more of making giving you discounts for using their platform that allows you, travel the world using cryptocurrencies. And what I'll say to that is I always like to have a project that has good justification on the blockchain. If the benefits are not going to be that much or that different from Web2 alternatives, well, there's not going to be so much demand for the project. So that's coupled with the price action in terms of 24-hour volume made me just, even though the idea is good, it's just there's not just that much interest with it right now. So it's just something I would think about if I'm going to invest in a project like this.
Yeah, some great points there. I would agree. Is the blockchain alternative that much better from the Web 2 system we have right now to make people go over and adopt it? Now, that's the first question I would ask. In this case, probably not. The second question I would ask is, if that is not the case, is there enough hype around this project for people to want to invest into it? And again, guys, I personally don't think that there is. I think there is a few travel cryptocurrencies out there already. Now, the most desirable aspect of this project would be the market cap. It's very low market cap. On top of that, the circulating supply is very good too. Now, the market is very limited. It's only on a DEX, it's only on PancakeSwap, and it has quite high liquidity. It has around 120K liquidity. Now, what that means, guys, is it takes a lot of investment to push up the price with travel. So even though it is a low cap gem, the liquidity is much higher. Therefore, it won't go up as much as you think it is. It would take another 100 grand for it to 2x. Now, because this is so low and the trading volume is only 1K on the daily, that's very unlikely we're going to see this project do any crazy rallies anytime soon, unless someone huge covers this project and all the investment flows into it. Now, what I'll say here, my friend, is there probably is better low cap gems out there or micro cap gems out there, which you could invest your money into, in my opinion. So personally, my friend, both those projects you said, I would most likely not invest into either of them. So let's have a look at the rest of the comments down below. Hi, guys. Hi, Rusmita. How are you doing today, Rusmita?
It's always nice to see Rusmita.
It's always nice to see Rusmita. Hello, all. Hello, Token. Yep. Hello, Token's doing great today. And hello, you, my friend. Good day, SSM, brother.
What's up, my friend? How are you?
Ojamu or broccoli? Wow, this is a very interesting question. Let's pull them both up on the screen. Ojamu or broccoli? Now, I have my answer in my head already, but I'm quite curious about your answer, SSM. So I'll let you go first.
Yeah, there are very different kinds of projects, but my answer is broccoli. I'll pick broccoli. Well, I haven't spoken about Ojamu in quite a while, and it's a project that aids adoption and it has a very good utilization of AI, and I think both are projects worth holding in my if you're torn between them. I can understand holding both of them. I just like broccoli because there's a need. I think there's a stronger need for a project like broccoli. While we can't have crypto being adopted if there's energy concerns. For the White House, the United States government should say that they are going to be imposing a 30% tax fee on mining crypto projects just because of energy concerns. For Elon Musk to stop accepting Bitcoin as a means of payments just because it's not friendly to the environment, and for NFTs being badged constantly for being bad for the environment, all of these concerns, I think broccoli addresses it. And I think for crypto to be adopted, we are going to need to address this energy concerns. So I think that's a much stronger need than what Ojamu is doing. And Ojamu is also doing something that is very good that can be adopted is it helps marketing, it helps Web2 brand to be onboarded in the Web3 space. And I think that's something that is very, very good and admirable in the market. I think it's quite unique when the bull run starts, when people are looking for how to get started with investing in crypto, in NFTs, in gaming projects. What Ojamu does is it utilizes AI, gathers all of the marketing data that they'll need, and then presents it to this project to help them get started. So I think this is something that is very, very unique, and I think both projects will do well. I'll just favor Broccoli because of the problem is solving.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there too. My choice was also Broadly Network, coming at a slightly different angle, but again, we come to the same conclusion. So, my idea with Broadly versus Ojamu comes down to two things, which I did talk about before. One, what is the need of the project? And then two, we'll talk about in a moment. So, number one is the need of the project. Now, Broadly Network aims to offset carbon emissions made on the blockchain. Now, is carbon emissions on the blockchain a problem? Well, yes, it is. It's one of the main reasons why the blockchain isn't being adopted by more and more institutions due to the environment. Now, whether you believe in it or not is irrelevant. Clearly, political factors are going to stop certain crypto projects from thriving due to the carbon emissions made. This is why Ethereum had to switch over to proof of stake. But it's very unrealistic to say every single crypto project is going to go and utilize a carbon negative blockchain or all switch over to a proof of stake consensus mechanism. That's very unrealistic to say because there's benefits of other consensus mechanisms and there's benefits of not being on those specific blockchains as well. Maybe they want to run their own blockchain. Now, because of that fact, a project like Broadly Network has so much utility because you don't need to even change your underlying infrastructure of a project. All you can do is go to Broadly and implement their API into your project to then offset the carbon emissions made. Now, what you're probably saying is, how do they aim to do this? Now, how they aim to do this is a number of ways: planting trees and a couple other jargon. Now, why I love this project is because imagine planting trees for every transaction. People will love that. That is a good marketing strategy. I swear on YouTube, there was a couple other things where it's like, plant a tree for every like, plant a tree for every sub. People are going to love the blockchain alternative, plant a tree for every transaction. So Broadly Network has that utility. Now, Jamu is more of a blockchain tool, in my opinion, because it's not providing branding solutions outside of crypto. It's all to do with crypto and the blockchain. Now, because of that fact, I don't really see that much of a use case in terms of real world utility than I do with Broadly Network, although it does have a use case. Utilizing AI systems, branding solutions. Now, because it's AI, I think that is going to help Ojamu perform better because, as you guys know, AI is a very bullish narrative in crypto. People will see AI and then think, oh my God, AI, this is going to perform quite well. But what I will say to that is Broadly Network use AI as well. AI is a part of the system. So that kind of counterbalances the hype that Ojamu would get because Broadly Network would get that too. So this is why I'm more bullish on Broadly Network. And the second thing, guys, is the market caps. Now, Broadly Network's almost half of the market cap of Ojamu. Very close, around 300K market cap off being half of the market cap. So lower market cap gem, under 1 million. People will love that. People probably invest into this project too. Great partnerships with Broadly Network as well with Viot. I do believe, let me have a look here. Yeah, DAO Maker as well, and a couple others that I do like to see. B Pro. So me, more bullish on Broadly Network than Ojamu. So good day, fellas. Michael, can you please do a comparison between Tezos and Casper? Which one can easily be adopted? A_J. Okay. So which one could easily be adopted? So why don't we answer that question right now? Tezos versus Casper. What's your thoughts on that, SSM?
Well, I haven't looked too deeply into Casper, but I've heard some interesting things about it, especially because of the modifiable smart contracts. And I think that's something that makes me bullish for Tezos in the first place. But Tezos' approach to adaptability is not within smart contracts. It has to do mainly with the entire blockchain, like without needing to go through hard forks. I'm not sure about smart contracts being modifiable, whether that's a good thing. So regarding that, based on what I know, based on the projects I've done research on, I'm comfortable with Tezos. I'm a big fan of Tezos because Tezos is just, I think it's very undervalued. It has true governance, and where every holder of the token can influence the direction that the entire project goes. I like the decentralization with Tezos. I like the smart contract capabilities. Also, green. And yeah, a blockchain that is designed to evolve. That's, one of the biggest selling points for Tezos to me. Think about it. It took about how many years for Ethereum to move from proof of work to proof of stake? And imagine now the need for quantum resistance comes up. What if the blockchain needs to be able to be quantum resistance? So a project that cannot be outdated, even is just a natural fact of life. The ability to evolve and adapt is needed for survival. And I think that ability for Tezos to evolve and adapt as a blockchain means it's going to be here for the long term. If something is out there that is going to kill crypto, well, Tezos will just simply evolve and adapt and survive. While many other people are creating new blockchains to counter that, or going through several years of hard forks like Ethereum. So I'm super bullish on Tezos in that regards. I like the extra aspects of it, like liquid staking. Again, using Ethereum as an example, you would have to lock up this amount of tokens for this amount of time before you can start getting rewards on it. So I think that's another good thing about Tezos. You can start staking, you can unstake, and you earn the rewards immediately. Then there's this governance aspect of it that I really like. So I'm a big fan of Tezos. I like that it's fast. I like that it's green. I like that it's adaptable. I'm biased towards Tezos, obviously, because I hold Tezos as well, and that's my take on it.
Yeah, so you know what, Asim? I'm gonna disagree with you here slightly. And the reason I'm gonna disagree with you is because I think you've forgotten one integral part of Casper. Now, one integral part of Casper is you can edit already deployed smart contracts. So the point of Casper as well is to do with that future protection. It's to do with that editing smart contracts that are already deployed so we can then change if anything in the future happens. So Tezos and Casper are on the same in that regard. But then the separate thing that makes me more bullish on Casper is hybrid blockchains. Because I think hybrid blockchains has a very unique space in crypto. There isn't many hybrid blockchains out there. We have XDC, we have Casper, and a few others. Now, I like what Casper aims to do with that. So it has that future protection, like Tezos, but it also has that hybrid blockchain aspect of being able to accommodate to certain institutions which have private and public aspects. So that is why I'm going to choose Casper today. But both great projects, nevertheless. Actually, the second uncrowned reason would be the market cap. Casper is much lower in market cap. It's a much newer project. Most people are probably going to be looking for this project to perform quite well in the next bull run, whereas Tezos is much higher in market cap. It's probably going to be one of those projects which does just perform well, but doesn't surprise anyone of what it does. So that's why I'd have to go with Casper there.
Good points.
So Guy or Lanceria? Now, this is very interesting. What I will say is not really comparable in terms of the industries, but you can give our answer in terms of the utility and potential of the coin. We'll make this one a quick answer because we have a lot of questions to get through today. So SSM, one answer, what would you say, Guy or Lanceria, and a quick reason why?
Lanceria, because I'm bullish on the freelance narrative within crypto. I just think it's much better on the blockchain than in the Web2 space. And with Guy, there is more to do with image generation, something that many people are not fans of. And I think, in terms of utility, I think Lanceria just has more of that on his side.
Yeah, great answer. So I'll have to go with Guy here because I think out of all the image generation platforms out there, which seem to be going crazy in this bear market, Guy seems to be the most professional, the one that could actually be taken serious by graphics designers and artists. Because at the end of the day, guys, AI is the future. AI image generation is going nowhere. It's just going to grow over time. Now, I do like Lanceria, but the reason I'm going to say not Guy over Lanceria is because Lanceria has a couple good competitors, such as Hive. And I think Hive really does smash Lanceria out the water. Actually has a working product and is already developing. Therefore, I'm going with Guy because I don't really think it has that strong competition. But great answer, nevertheless, SSM.
Same.
BDP down minus 8.5. I guess it will go down more. So yeah, my friend, I was talking about BDP, on another live stream. What I did say is we can either hold this level right here, most likely consolidate, then maybe see some bullish or bearish momentum. Now, what I think most likely is going to happen, guys, is we're probably going to see here how we consolidated and went down. Most likely what we're going to see is we're going to consolidate again and then go down. If I pull up my brush, I think most likely we're going to do this, and then we're going to go down to the golden pocket, and then that's when we're going to come back up for BDP, because it's the golden pocket, guys, is arguably the best buying zone in terms of the Fibonacci. So most people are waiting for the golden pocket to buy a project. So most likely that's what's going to happen, which is about 30% from where we are right now. Now, this isn't guaranteed to happen. It's like that we do, see some more bullish movement from this current point. Maybe we reject off this and go up, but I do believe that we're going to go down to the golden pocket. So what is your conservative MNW price prediction and expected time? When are we going to see that? Now,
MNW?
Morpheus Network. So Morpheus Network price prediction. Now, I personally believe that with Morpheus Network, if I get it up right now, we could probably see around a couple $1 billion in market cap for this project. I think it has a lot of utility. In comparison to VeChain, I think this does a supply chain much, much better and is much undervalued at the level it currently is. It's sitting at 60 million, even though it's gone all the way up to around 250 or around $200 million in market cap previously. So I am looking for this project to reach around, around $2 to $6 billion in market cap. Now, in regards to when it's going to hit that, the simple answer would be when Bitcoin sees its all-time high. Just like how every single altcoin works. You can go on any chart here, my friend, and whenever Bitcoin's all-time high is when you will see the all-time high for altcoins, because believe it or not, altcoins follow what Bitcoin do, as you can see right here. Yeah. So that is when I believe it will happen. What about you, SSM? When do you believe the highs of, or what is your price prediction for Morpheus Network?
Well, like you said, it's definitely going to. I'm bullish on Morpheus Network, yeah, because it's got already interesting partnerships and it's tackling an industry that, I just hope I don't sound too boring, but it's tackling an industry that is enhanced with the blockchain because of its full transparency and being on a open ledger for people to actually track these things. So for what the price action will be, even though I don't do technical analysis, I've learned from the way the bull cycle moves, like about November, after the halving and during the bull run at the heights of Bitcoin, things like that. So you can easily see a lot of projects peak around that period, early November, late October. But for the market cap, you can use VeChain as a comparison to see how high Morpheus Network will move. So VeChain is a dedicated blockchain for this industry. Is Morpheus Network a blockchain on its own, or
so Morpheus Network is not a blockchain, but it is a solution to the supply chain problems?
Well, I still think they are doing a very good job of it because of the people that are currently using them. So it's a project I'm actually bullish on. I've covered it just once on my channel, but it's definitely a good one.
Yeah, so this is my thought process. It's great you brought up the comparison, because this is what I typically like to do. So Morpheus Network, or VeChain actually, is the top project within the supply chain niche. The second project is Morpheus Network. Now, we saw VeChain previously go all the way up to around $17 billion in market cap before. So what I'm suggesting, guys, if I pull up the calculator here, is in the next bull run, if we go to 10% of what VeChain did previously, even though VeChain is going to go on to probably reach $20-30 billion in market cap in the next bull run, if we just go to 10% of what VeChain has reached previously from the market cap of Morpheus Network, you're talking around a 30x your money. Now, 10% is a very small value. I'm personally looking at this project to reach upwards of around $2 to $6 billion in market cap, which still be a third of what VeChain reached previously. Now, when VeChain is sitting at $30 billion in market cap, you don't believe that Morpheus Network could sit at what? $6 billion in market cap? which would give you guys that 100x your money that you're looking for. What is the difference right now? 1.5 billion in market cap. We got VeChain sitting at 60 million. It's not a 25x difference. So if we do see, it go up to around $30 billion in market cap, you can expect, just based off of this, that Morpheus Network will be sitting at around, a couple $1 billion in market cap. So just off that, it makes sense for it to be at least at $1 billion in market cap in the next bull run. Okay, so hi guys, how you doing, Xander? Xander's been on the channel for a very long time, guys. Seriously, he was one
Since
of my
day one.
first viewers on my channel. I think when I was on like 100 subs or something, we had Xander on the channel. It's great to see you here, Xander. You and your Ferrari. Your thoughts on CheckDot? CheckDot is a great gem. Me and SSM both cover this gem, a lot on our channels. We love the utility that it does provide. It's also sitting at a very low market cap, $2.3 million. There's a lot of upside for this project. What is great to see is the fact that the CDT, CEO and developers are very active, constant updates all the time, potential centralized exchange listings as well, which fills me in confidence for this project. We did have an AMA with the CEO, so I recommend you go on the Gem Hunters channel and check that out. What's your thoughts on CDT SSM?
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad need for the crypto space, but just I've been saying it last week. There were so many rug pulls, but even though CheckDot doesn't cover ridiculous rug pulls like that, but they do aim to protect people within the crypto space, and that's because the reality of crypto is there's just so much vulnerability and uncertainty with so many crypto projects. And CheckDot is an insurance crypto project. There are few of them. I've heard about just a couple, but I know about CheckDot because they are the ones that I've done deeper research on. So 77% in circulation, and on the Arbitrum ecosystem as well. CheckDot is solving a lot of issues: platform hacks, smart contract vulnerabilities, even stablecoin depegs. These are things that hold investors back from the crypto space, and I think if CheckDot is solving these problems and helping them get that confidence to enter the space, that's a good thing. They've insured over $70,000 US dollars, so means they have a working product out there right now. The tokens have good utility behind them. It's not just for buying and supporting the projects. People people have to projects have to hold the tokens to get certified and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good things about check dots, and I think the more the crypto space grows, the more the need for check dots will be apparent, and many projects will use it. So it covers that blockchain tool narrative, it covers that adoption narrative, and I think that's why I'm bullish on check dots for the long term.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. They have so many covers already, guys. You guys can protect yourself pretty much up to 70K or around 50K with pretty much most big exchanges out there, which is what you guys want to see because platform hacks happen all the time. Sushi Swap had a platform hack. FTX, for God's sake, absolutely collapsed. Now, this is not going to stop in crypto. This is going to happen, and it's going to keep happening because they're still centralized. This is what happens with centralized exchanges, guys. So it's great to get yourself protected, and I would look towards CheckDot if you guys do want decentralized insurance. You guys bullish on tourism crypto. Now, I'm not too bullish on tourism cryptos because I don't really think it's a narrative. It's just kind of weak. Tourism, who cares? It's not like it generates a lot of hype. So most likely not for me. What about you, SSM?
Well, yeah, is it, can you consider it as a real world asset narrative? Not really.
Not an asset. Not really, no.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said earlier with travel care, if there's not really, if it's doing well on Web2, nobody's going to go out of their way to, specifically use a particular crypto project. But I've seen discounts on Binance for certain travel. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't invest in a project that is just dedicated to tourism, to be honest, because many people just say by using our platform we'll give you these coupons, we'll give you these discounts, stuff like that. So for crypto, we've got bigger things that crypto is doing, the blockchain is solving, not tourism in particular.
Yeah, you know what I would say though is if a good, let's say, airline creates a decentralized platform and it does look like a solid platform, then I would be bullish on it. I just don't think that it's out yet. I just don't think a good, you know, airline crypto is made. I think a tourism crypto is a little bit different. Flooding your site of, discounts just doesn't make me bullish on it. It looks like a scam. You want to have a site like Emirates, it looks professional, has everything listed. If you create a decentralized airline, I'll be bullish as long as it's a solid platform. But I don't think it's a narrative, so I wouldn't go looking for tourism cryptos as a bullish narrative for the next bull run. Hello, fam. Hello, Jobin. Jobin's been on the channel for a very long time too, guys. I do appreciate Jobin being on the chat. I think I need to give him mod, guys. He's been here for a very long time. ARV ticker in same Taurus sector. Great to see you. So those of you guys looking for tourism cryptos, maybe go check that one out. If you had to pick Quant or H bar, if I had to pick between Quant or H bar, it's very interesting, this one, because they are very different cryptos. The only thing that's uniting them is the fact that they're ISO compliant. Quant isn't even a blockchain. It's more of an operating system for interoperability. HBAR is not even a blockchain. It's a hypergraph, so it's new technology. Now, what I will say is we haven't had any problems with Quant other than the price. So potentially Quant over HBAR, but what? This is going to surprise you, SSM. I'm going to pick HBAR over Quant.
Why?
The reason is people always look for blockchains to build things upon. When you do look at the top 10, it's never things that aren't blockchains other than stable coins. Now, it's not a blockchain, but basically it's a blockchain. The point is you can build upon it to create decentralized apps. Now, Quant's a little bit different because it's not that. I think it's not going to perform as well as the other projects because people will always go look for replacements. Top 10 is always layer one killers. It's always layer zeros. It's always these fundamental blockchains that you can build decentralized applications upon. And I think because of that, HBAR, well, I think Algorand, first of all, will be the top one out of all three. But out of these two, I do think HBAR may outperform Quant in this regard. What's your thoughts?
Well, what about the fact that Quants can take advantage of HBAR with his interoperability? I mean,
well,
I'm a
it can
big
take
fan of,
advantage.
yeah. So why not just cover all your bases? And not only that, there's this new QRC tokens that people are talking about, so that means you can also develop some specialized apps based on the Quant operating system. And I think that's also interesting to see because it means developers can also build projects with that interoperability in mind, build QRC 20 tokens that'll take advantage of HBAR, that'll take advantage of Ethereum, Bitcoin, and many others. For me, I'll pick Quants because it's I don't know, you can't really say safe when you're dealing with crypto, but I think Quant is practically safe because of its compliance, because it has use cases outside and within crypto. And just that sandwich of interoperability, I think for so many other projects makes me bullish on Quant.
But do you think the hype is there for Quant? Because I can see the hype being there for HBAR because people are talking about hypergraphs, layer zeros, all this other jargon, right? And people will back it. New technology replacing the old systems like Cardano and all that. But I don't really see that with Quant. Quant has loads of utility, if not the most utility out of all three, because at the end of the day, we have plenty of blockchains. We don't need HBAR or Algorand. Quant is an interoperability solution. We kind of do need that, but it's kind of boring, if you get me. It's not really going to generate as much hype as HBAR could, which is why I do think HBAR is going to outperform Quant, even if Quant gets utilized the most.
True. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep both. Why not both? But yeah.
Yeah, I hope both.
But okay, honest question now. Which one do you think institutions would adopt more? Because I think why I'm picking
Quant.
Quant is I
Quant.
think,
Definitely.
yeah, I think they'll use Quant more. And that's what to drive the price of. For you to be able to use the overledger operating system, you need Quant. And the fact that there's so many ways you can take advantage of their operating system. That's what makes me bullish on Quant, and it's super limited supply. Just about how many? Let me see, 14 million Quant tokens. So and 80% of that is in circulation. About 12% about 12 million, 12 million tokens in circulation. So I think that's super deflationary aspect, and the use case for institutions to use quant, they need to buy the tokens to use the operating system as a means of payment. Imagine holding a piece of quant right now. It's easy to hold a quant token right now, but it's going to become more difficult with time. Once it gets to $1,000, it's going to be difficult to hold a quant token. So I just feel like having 10 to 100 quant token is a good way to set you up, because this project reaching $1,000, I think, is just a matter of when, not if, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, great point there. But the thing I would say is institutional adoption isn't happening in the next 2 years to a serious degree in which it would change the price. Like when people will start to adopt the blockchain much, much more, and people really start to utilize crypto, I don't think it's going to be within the next 2 years, which would cause a huge effect on the price of a project. So even if quant gets utilized, I don't think most of the utilization of quant will be happening now and the next bull run, even though it will be utilized the most. And because of HBAR's simplicity, like what projects have we seen perform the best in crypto? It's really just been layer ones and layer zeros. They've been at the top of the game. So I'm suggesting that another layer zero will end up performing well. Now, quant will perform well, but if you go outside the top 10, then you start to see all these other cryptocurrencies, which may not be as simple as just being, a blockchain. Essentially, you get theta in there. It is a blockchain, but it's entertainment rather than anything. It's not finance. So I do believe that will be the case. But I do agree. I think quant's going to be utilized the most. So Traveler was a popular tourism crypto in previous bull run.
I say it all the time. Traveler was everywhere. I think even on Binance platform, you'll be seeing Traveler a lot.
I'm doing great. How are you both? I'm doing good, Rizmita. How are you, my brother? Where to trade SUI tomorrow? I'm not too sure what he's referring to there. Seth SSM, good day. Can you check out GFAL? Now, I do believe we get this a lot. Check out GFAL, check out GFAL, check out GFAL. We'll do it one more time, guys. But remember, we checked out GFAL today. So keep that in mind, guys. Let's get it up. Let me get the screen up. Okay. So GFAL, no circulating supply. So let's get it up on Coin Market Cap. Hopefully it has it up there. GFAL. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's $4.1 million in market cap with 5% in circulation. So the first red flag is the circulating supply. Now this has a 95% inflation, meaning if you buy in right now, once all the tokens are released, your tokens will be worth 95% less, which is not good at all, right? I look for around 50% in supply. Let's have a look at the markets. Okay, so it does have some decent markets. I'm not going to lie there. It's got the DEX and it's got the centralized exchange too. Let's have a look at the website. I think it's up there. And we'll have a look also at Etherscan, but I don't see the contract address. Isn't there? Let's get it up here. BSC scan. So if you look at the holders, the vesting, it's all in the vesting. Okay. Highest wallet is 7%. Tokens seem fine then, I guess. So welcome to the games for a living. So this is a gaming project. Now, I would say how many gaming projects are there in crypto? Plenty, as you guys already know. Now, apparently they have 2 games right now, Elemental Raiders and Diamond Dreams. So that's not a lot of games out already, but one of them you can play now and the other one is it's teaser, so it's not out yet. So one game is out currently on Games for a Living. So what would you say, my friend, is the unique selling point regarding GFAL? Why is people going to invest into this project? People won't just invest for the sake of investing. There has to be something about this which makes you go, oh, I want to buy this. What is that in regards to GFAL? If you let me know down below, then we can have another look at it. However, I've already made my mind up. The tokenomics is the main red flag for me. If 95% of the tokens still needs to be released, huge red flag for me. So that's my thoughts on this project. Could you please have a look at Unmarshall? No worries. Since it's you, Jobin, we'll have a quick look at it.
Yeah, Unmarshall. Very, very interesting project.
So let me pull it up on CoinGecko as well. Have you heard of it before, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, The project is interesting. I couldn't find any issues with it. The I said for maybe the tokenomics or so, it's got very interesting partnerships. Just bring up their websites, and there's just a lot that it does in terms of yeah, they've got a lot of interoperability too. So yeah, the partnerships are very interesting. The amount of people investing in it is also interesting as well. I mean, I looked through it and I was like, yeah, this project is a very good one. So let's take a look at it together. I mean, you can
Yeah,
see
I'm not
here.
seeing any red flags here, guys. Tokenomics are fine, around 50% in circulation. Markets are great. It's got KuCoin, which is very great to see. It's a very good exchange to be listed on. It's a very good red flag, a very big green flag for me, not a red flag. Twitter is active as well. They are updating people on their Twitter, which is also great to see. Now, this idea seems good. I like it. Query blockchain data from 20 plus chains. It
Yeah,
already has the interoperability, aspect of it. Huge change using it already. Polygon, Binance, Cardano, Solana, Phantom. Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
very
I think I've
very
had a
good.
look at this on my live stream before. I had no immediate concerns of it. I do believe. No, it's not. I'll put it on my watch list, Jobin. I will get back to you, but what I will say is right now, I'm comfortable with you investing into this crypto project. There is no red flags that I do see, which would steer away investment. Also, keeping up to date on their uh, medium, which is also great to see. When you see a project keeping up to date on their medium, that just tells me that developers are very active. 2023 recap as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they provide off-chain data for the blockchain, something like that. So it's an interesting project. I like it. I like the partnerships. The ecosystem is very big as well. So yeah, it's not a bad project at all.
Not at all. I'm in agreement. This is a decent project. Great find, Jobin. iBox looks like a brand new crypto gem to put on the radar. iBox. I do believe he went through this cryptocurrency on the last live stream we did have. I do believe that is the case because I remember this name specifically. Let me just double check. iBox. 200K market cap. Good tokenomics. What was the project idea? I can't remember. Yeah, I do believe this was one I had on my list. Yeah.
So many projects to cover. It's hard to keep track at times.
It is hard to keep track at times. Altura partnered with crypto.com. I do know, my friend. I put that on my Patreon group. They did partner with them, which is great to see. Let me go on my projects page. Let's have a look. It'll be down here. I'll just search it, get it up now. Great bit of news. You can see here. We'll partner with Kronos Chain to bring Web3 infrastructure to the Kronos ecosystem for the first time, backed by Crypto.com. Exciting developments for Altura, probably why it's up 3.6% today. And it's probably why it's up 70% today as well. Because they keep getting more and more partnerships under their belt. They keep developing. They're not just sitting still in a bear market. They're developing in the bear market, which is what we want to
Yeah.
see, guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Altura will do very well in the bull run. And if you think about it, what's most mind blowing about Altura to me is only on decentralized exchanges, on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. Imagine this project gets listed on KuCoin or Binance, and they are ticking all the right boxes to get listed on major exchanges. So for what they are doing, the community, the tokenomics, over 60% in circulation, and the use case is there, is strong. It's also a blockchain too. I mean, there's a lot to love about Altura, and it's a project we've been covering for a very long time. Oh, it's on Gate.io. Well, yeah, that's the centralized exchange, but not any major centralized exchange out there
Surprising.
like Coinbase, KuCoin, or Binance. And I think those are all bullish potential for a project like this. So yeah, Altura is definitely one of my favorite low caps. It's quickly moving uh, to the mid cap categories. If I'm sure like a 2x or a 3x from this point will take it over 100 million. What's the market cap like? Is it 22?
32. It's growing
Okay,
huge.
32. So yeah, it's growing real quick, and this is a project that I'm up on it for because I've been covering it. It's one of the earliest on among the earliest videos on my channel. So I think
Yeah, we're
Altura
up
is
huge on this
definitely
project.
this one.
We're up like 6x on Altura.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Well, let me see if I can find the video where I tagged it the safest degenerates peak, because that back then it was all beer in the market.
You know, Altura has always been a great project that people should have on their portfolio, in my opinion. It's a safe, good bet. There isn't many cryptos out there which has this much potential. You know, the fact that what's it called? Unity are now backing them just shows you guys the potential of this coin. I can go back on to when I made a video. Unity wasn't there. Since then, more people are so bullish on this project, and I can only see it growing every single day.
Mhm.
Okay, thoughts on UFO gaming? Do you have any thoughts on this crypto SSM? Because I know a lot
Not
of people
familiar.
always talk about UFO gaming. It's one of these gaming projects out there. You know, I do believe the supply is kind of funky. Yeah, look at this.
Two
What
five
is that?
seven five seven five. Is that code
Billion.
for something? Internet meme culture, maybe.
What's this? Million, billion, 25 quintillion supply. It's very high. It's on KuCoin though. $32 million in market cap. If we have a look, it's performed previously, went all the way up to around $1.3 billion in market cap before.
For real.
Went all the way
Wow.
to 1.3 million and crashed all the way back down. So if this project was to do 100x, it would just have to double in all-time high market cap. Now, the real question is, will people invest into this cryptocurrency? Because it is down pretty big from all-time high. That's the real question. Are they still keeping everyone up to date? Are they still developing? 19 hours ago, yep, they're still developing.
Mhm.
Will there be enough hype into this project to make it perform again? That's the real question. What do you think, SSN?
It depends. What are they doing? Like, is this kind of on a gala competitor? Like,
It's a
what
metaverse gaming crypto.
esports staking and this is 100% in circulation.
100% is in circulation, yes.
Yeah, that's good to see. Well, I mean, sometimes it's always good to visit projects that have taken a lot of beating in the space. And if it's this down, I always like to imagine it might not be, it can't get any worse than this. Check the all-time low. That can give us an
Up
idea of
3x from all-time low.
okay, so it's not too far from its all-time low if you think about it from that point.
True,
I
but it
mean,
is down like 40x from all-time high.
yeah, so
Which is
sometimes it's just the night
not a good
of it
sign.
can't get worse than this. And another thing you can think about is maybe for them to have achieved that market cap in the past, was it all hype, or what was it? There should have been something that brought that attention to the project. And I'm not talking about safe moon kind of hype, but hype that can be backed by utility. So I'm going to look into the project and oh, Alex Becker. Alex Becker likes UFO gaming a lot. Well, the man knows his stuff. So maybe there's a
Yeah, but
reason why he likes UFO gaming.
he did like UFO gaming and it went all the way up. Now he's done with it and he's on to the next project. I got iBox the other day. We'll be adding more. I am into UFO gaming too. Good project. Casper will eat Tezos for breakfast. What is your opinions on CBD? What do you think you should look into this? You know, it's a marijuana cryptocurrency. I don't believe it's going to perform, that astronomical. You know, I do think it will perform decently because there isn't many, marijuana cryptos out there, but I'm not as bullish as I am with CBD in comparison to a lot of the other cryptocurrencies I do cover. What's your thoughts, SSM?
Well, I've never heard of it. A cryptocurrency that is focused on weed.
CBD Green Heart, yes.
Well, what do they aim to do? How does
It's
that
an
work?
agriculture crypto that focuses on CBD. You know, you have Marijuana, you have THC and CBD. THC is the one that makes you high.
Honestly,
CBD
what
does
came
the
to my
opposite.
mind was CBDCs. I thought you guys were about to talk about CBDCs. I've never heard of this.
Look, it's a weird cryptocurrency. It'll probably rally, but I don't think it's going to do anything crazy. Do you smoke cigars, Seth? Yes, all the time. I actually do. I think the
I
last
don't.
time I smoked one was when was that time you were on call on the Patreon,
Yeah,
Mr. Seth?
like 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
You and Archie.
Hello, how you doing, my friend? Not many red flags that I've seen so far. Price actions or anything that looks sketchy. Brand new project, so that is to be expected. Do you have weed, Mickey? Why are you talking so little about Constellation DAG nowadays? Are you able to assess around the future all-time high level for DAG? Now, Constellation is an amazing project, which I think has tons of potential in crypto. Now, we have been talking about this a lot over the Patreon, just not on my channel, because I'm not going to make a video on Constellation DAG every single day. But Constellation is a great project. Don't get me wrong. I like what they're doing. I think it's going to perform quite well. Another DAG to have. There isn't many DAGs out there. So, we have HBAR and Constellation. So I think it will perform quite well. What's your thoughts?
I haven't looked into it.
Really?
No,
Wow. You
no,
should
no.
take a look into Constellation. It's a great project. Sex listing soon for iBox as well. Wow. We could see a lot of action with this project then. Will Cardano reach $40 to $50 in the next bull run? Now, I like to use market caps. I'm not too sure what $40 to $50 is from this current point. It's basically $1. So will it 40 to 50x from this current point? Well, a 40 to 50x, I should say 50x, $210 million in market cap. That's around $10 billion in market cap. You know what? It's possible. It's possible for this project to reach that. That's around a double in all-time high market cap. Each bull run outperforms the last typically by double. So we could potentially see this project double in market cap. So yeah.
Cardano is a good mid cap.
It is. I like the fact that it's proof of work.
Mm-hmm.
Still bearish on CTI. I'm not bearish on CTI. I'm more bullish on it. Look, I'm bearish on the adoption of CTI. I don't think it's going to be adopted, but I'm bullish on the price action. I think it's going to perform quite well in terms of price. It will get investment, but I just don't think it will actually be adopted by the medical industry. That's my thoughts on CTI. What about USSM?
Well, I'm a big fan of CTI. I mean, I think it has a very strong use case, but yeah, it's something to keep in mind about the regulatory issues because they are dealing with a lot of sensitive data, user information, and all of that. But I still think the use case can justify it, and it's not like they are selling it or using it in an unethical manner. What they're doing is what they aim to do is to study all of this data to quickly narrow down where they can carry out their research, and that saves time and money. So even if regulatory concerns come up, I think they can easily win those cases. But I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not a financial advisor either. But I do know it's got a very solid use case. I do know it's going to help save money, and even if the ethical use case in terms of being quicker to save time for research and help narrow down where funding should go, many of these companies, these pharmaceutical industries, will like to save money. And from a business perspective, from a business standpoint, they'll find the projects like CTI useful and efficient tool to help them make better decisions. And I think that's a good use case for the project.
Yeah, and you know what? If it gets taken to court, that's a lot of free press. There's going to be a lot of advertising going on with CTI if that does happen. Please, price prediction about Cardano. Price prediction Cardano next bull. Boys, did you see ALBT plus 4.5K up today? What do you mean 4.5K? Percent? Down
Alliance.
51%.
Yeah, I looked into this project and I liked it, but the price action is horrible. What's happening with it?
Well, they had a problem and everyone's left the project.
Oh, that's sad.
We are having a mod shout today by Seth. What's your thoughts on Glimmer? Glimmer? Do you have any thoughts on Moonbeam? You're muted, SSM.
Sorry about that. Glimmer, is that not in the Polkadot ecosystem?
Yeah, it's Moonbeam, Glimmer's Moonbeam.
Well, I've not looked.
You not
Whoa,
looked into Moonbeam. Oh,
no,
look, after this live stream, go have a look into Constellation and go have a look
and
into Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
But yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
bullish on Moonbeam. The question I usually get is, should you invest into Moonbeam or Moon River? Personally, I do think Moonbeam's going to perform better than Moon River, even though Moon River is the low cap gem equivalent or the Kusama version of Moonbeam for the testing platform. I do think Moonbeam will outperform Moon River this time. Any small or market cap layer zeros? Um,
yeah,
Constellation is a low cap layer zero. I
yeah,
don't
and
think you should go ahead.
yeah, layer zero, right? I think there's one I've been talking about, a new one, that's Onino. I think
Onino.
that's also an interesting layer zero project.
Top of that, you also got Stratos. Stratos has layer zero. Trias has layer zero. But there was a plethora of coins which implement layer zeros as well. You ever look into iBox? I mentioned on Seth's live. Bro, I just found a wallet I haven't used for ages, and to my surprise, it got over $1,000 in it. What crypto would you invest in with $1,000? Like it was your only investment? Thanks in advance. Altura or Gala, to be honest. Or check dot Altura, Gala Games. One of those three. What about USM? Obviously not financial advice.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, I'll go for low caps and I'll go for about 4 crypto projects, three or four projects. So for me, I'll pick XP Network, Altura, and Hive. Yeah, I think
Altura
I'll
and
go.
Hive. Okay. Check Constellation. Time to buy ISO 22 plus Air Force Grant. Yeah, this is a great time to buy Constellation. If you guys choose one meme coin for the bull run, nope. Comparison between Polygon and HBAR. Comparison between Polygon and HBAR. Which one can easily gain adoption? Well, Matic already has the adoption, so clearly Matic. But which one will perform better? Probably HBAR. It's newer.
Yeah, HBR has more potential for upside movements than Polygon right now. So
Yeah.
if you're looking to choose one, just go for that.
Theta or Render? Well, again, Theta's quite established. It's been around for a long time. Render's more new. A lot of people are talking about it. However, Render's so specific. It's just GPU, distribution lending. It's very specific. Theta's a blockchain for the whole entertainment industry with huge backers. Google, Samsung, Sony. I can go on all day for Theta. So probably Theta's a better project, but Render will perform pretty well. Okay, we're going to have to go through a lot of these comments quite quick, guys, because we are wrapping up very soon. We've been live for an hour now, so let's do a little speed run. Any questions we can answer, we'll try and answer straight away. So I will guarantee that GFAL will be humongous, guys. Look at the team. Trip Hawkins, fan of EA Sports. Wow, that's great to see. We will take another look into it. Hi, Seth. Dow appeals to my sense of mystery. Somehow to have been given a nod and a wink from Elon Musk. What do you think cult culture could mean? We'll have a look into that, Gary. Actually, let's have a look now. What do you think culture could mean?
Yeah, I think it's Elon Musk right now that is pushing the price up. It tweeted about cult or something, and then the price went up by like 50%. So, first off, it might be a good project. I'm not saying it's bad on us, but I prefer to avoid projects that can be influenced by tweets. I mean, that's a huge meme aspect to it. But other than that, maybe there's something worth following regarding the projects. Maybe I'll look at it.
The supply is very funny as well.
666. Yeah, that spike right there is Elon Musk. It tweeted something about cults, and then you know,
Really?
yeah. So
The
kind of
power.
like, yeah. It's just I think we're having meme fever, so there's no much sense in a lot of investments for the past few hours or few days in the crypto space. So I don't think that price action is something that is favorable. So if they can keep people, with some utility, maybe I'll check that.
Yep. Okay. Do you think Gala can break all-time high? I do believe. I don't think Mira will kill Gala, but Mira will perform quite well, in my opinion. What's your quick thoughts, SSM?
Well, I'm a fan of Gala and Mira. I've not looked into Mira, but Gala is a great entertainment hub. I know that's for sure.
Taboo versus CBD. Taboo, most likely. Cardano is the future of humanity.
The
Taboo
most
set to sink
scientific
soon, apparently.
blockchain. Why are people this much fans of Taboo?
I think AMC is a troll. KDA is underrated and price suffering right now, but I think it's a great buying opportunity. I'm in agreement. Inverse head and shoulders on Taboo. No such thing as bad press. That's true. Are you bullish on GameStop? I'm not bullish on GameStop, no. Hello, what about Dione? Do you have any thoughts on Dione, SM?
Yeah, I've covered it a couple of times, and I'm like, their main target is to be a green blockchain, right? But it's the way they accomplish it that I'm not too much of a fan of, because to me they're approaching it from more of a business perspective than from the technology. And they're going to make sure it's green, and they're going to install solar panels, and so that the mining will be done. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't really tie into the technology itself. It's just more of, they're promoting mining on their blockchain using green alternatives, which is good, which is admirable. But I'm like, that's a good thing, but the technology itself doesn't mean anybody using this blockchain is automatically using renewable energy. And many other projects achieve these things with on their own way, like by being carbon friendly. Take for example Algorand on their sites, they say they are one of the greenest blockchain out there. Same with HBAR, same with Tezos. So a blockchain being green is different from a blockchain contributing positively to the ecosystem. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. And it's one of the reasons why I say I like broccoli, because broccoli is not just um avoiding negativity. It's not just avoiding impacting the environment negatively, but it's contributing to it in a positive manner by planting trees, by recycling, by doing research and education on green narratives. So that's what I'll just say about Dion. If it's a blockchain that is green, well, that's good. And there are several projects that are that, but that shouldn't just be the selling point. Maybe I'm wrong about it. Perhaps my research on it is wrong, but a blockchain being green should not be its entire identity, because there's many blockchains that are green. Even Ethereum right now is quickly moving from proof of work to proof of stake, and they cut down their mining energy consumption by over 90%. I think 99% or so. So, you know, avoiding negative carbon impacts is different from contributing positively to energy concerns. That's what I'll say about Dion.
I'm in agreement. I look at it a different way, but we come to the same point. It's like, what's this idea of green in the first place? Well, the point is, we don't want proof of work, we want proof of stake. So most projects will have moved over to proof of stake or started their project with proof of stake. The second thing is, you need to be in a, environmentally friendly blockchain. Okay, well, people aren't going to all go move over to Algorand. That's so unrealistic to happen. Now, Dione or Dione, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I like their idea, but no one's going to go and utilize Dione. You're not going to switch over to a carbon neutral blockchain. You're going to go into a blockchain which meets the needs of your project. Dione can't do the same thing that all these other blockchains could do. So it's just unrealistic to think that people are going to start using Dione merely because it's environmentally friendly. No, they're not going to do that. You need the benefits of whatever blockchain you build upon. What about all the blockchains which build their own blockchain? All the projects who build their own blockchain, they can't switch over to Dione. Yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense in terms of adoption for Dione. But it will perform well because there's limited projects within the green narrative. Therefore, all the money is going to flow into those projects. I personally think Broccoli Network is better than Dione. But that's just my perspective. So, guys, we are going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe to my channel and Crypto SSM's channel too. The next time I will be live on my channel, guys, will be on Friday. I do believe Friday. I think so. Friday. Yeah, Friday. And on Friday, guys, will be the Guest Friday live stream where we will have a guest on to discuss crypto with. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys do enjoy this live stream. We will be out now, guys. I will see you guys later. Thanks for the stream. Let me address this one last comment. Not one thing to learn in crypto is that it's all about hype. Deal may pump purely due to this. Cheers for the live stream, guys. Everyone like and subscribe to this stream. Great live stream, guys. You know what, Rick Silver? You're going to be getting mod soon. I do believe. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop dishing out mod. I will